Hello, I'm Lara Kulcharsan and this is Newsfeed. From significant advances to massive controversies, 2024 was the year when technology dominated the headlines. Its power to innovate, disrupt, and challenge our understanding of the world has never been more evident. 2024 saw big tech companies continue to shape and influence our lives in unimaginable ways. Their impact extended across multiple sectors, from communication to healthcare, entertainment, transportation, and even politics. The increased integration of AI and the evolution of social media brought both opportunities and challenges with it. Tech innovations on platforms such as Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok made it easier for us to communicate and share experiences. But concerns about misinformation, privacy, and data security overshadowed its impact. Big tech companies face increased scrutiny and calls for regulation from governments around the world. Video sharing app TikTok is fighting for its survival in the US by challenging a sell-up or be banned court order. Parent company ByteDance is in the last dance saloon with an appearance at the Supreme Court on January 10, just 9 days before the ban comes into effect. If the court doesn't side with TikTok or ByteDance refuses to sell, then app stores like Apple and Google will have to stop distributing the platform or face penalties. TikTok has argued that the law violates freedom of speech.
It's pretty much official. Unless the Supreme Court of the United States overturns it, TikTok will be banned in the United States in about a month and a half or so. This means the app will not be available in the United States to download or to update.
TikTok US accounts for a huge percentage of TikTok's business. Not just the users, but the advertisers and the creators in the US. Also, US consumers spend a lot of money on TikTok Shop. TikTok's not going to let go of that. They will likely sell it to a company in the US and make billions of dollars doing it.
Honestly, when I first heard about this whole TikTok ban situation in 2020, I did not think that we were actually going to go through with it. But now the closer that it's getting, I'm starting to think that maybe it might be true.
This legal battle is the latest chapter in TikTok's long-running clash with US lawmakers. Since 2019, TikTok has faced accusations of being a national security threat due to its ties to China. US officials worry ByteDance could be forced to share user data with the Chinese government under the nation's intelligence laws. TikTok has repeatedly denied these claims, but bans continue to pile up. The app is already banned in India, which was one of TikTok's largest markets, Iran, Afghanistan, Nepal, and Somalia. And last year, the UK, European Commission, and several governments banned TikTok on staff devices. Hope also rests with foe-turned-friend Donald Trump, who has admitted that TikTok helped him secure younger voters. Trump has met TikTok's CEO and promised to review the company's position in the United States.
You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok has something to do with that. Now, Joe Rogan did, and some of the other people that were recommended by my son Barron, he knew names. I said, who is that? Tell me, who's that? Dad, you gotta be kidding. I can't believe you don't know. And I did those interviews, and it was actually sort of cute. Do you want to know the truth? But we did them, and that had an impact. But TikTok had an impact, and so we're taking a look at it.
On the day after US elections in November, about 115,000 people nuked their X accounts and migrated to other social media sites. By December, Elon Musk's platform had lost more than 2.5 million active American users. In the same period, Blue Sky became the most downloaded app in the UK and US Apple stores, notching close to 25 million new posters.
The social media platform Blue Sky has become a refuge from the far-right activism on X, experts say, after Musk teamed up with Donald Trump. The number of people deactivating their X accounts, they will no longer put out excretions on X, is exploding. Reports are that Blue Sky picked up 3 million new users in the week after X was suspended in Brazil, another 1.2 million in the 2 days after X announced it would let people view posts from those who blocked them. And recently, Blue Sky has been accumulating nearly 1 million new users a day. Another article from TechCrunch, Blue Sky is benefiting from an exodus of unhappy X users following the election.
Celebrities and media figures, politicians, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, are replacing Twitter with Blue Sky. Kicked off by Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey in 2019, Blue Sky is the decentralized Twitter alternative, but much simpler. It aims to create a common interface that will allow users to keep their identity and connections when using different social platforms, instead of creating its own social platform like Twitter or Facebook.
Meanwhile, Threads, Meta's version of X, has seen even more remarkable growth. By December, it boasted over 300 million active users, and with X on the wane, it's rapidly growing. Owner Mark Zuckerberg says Threads has potential to become the company's next billion-dollar baby. It'll join the ranks of Facebook with over 3 billion users and Instagram with over 2 billion users. But why are users fleeing from X?
People are tired of X's changes, feeling alienated by a perceived shift towards right-leaning content. Musk has been accused of letting content moderation slide, with users criticizing his approach. As a result, people are seeking refuge on Threads and Blue Sky, hoping for a different experience. Threads, owned by Meta, is seen as more user-friendly and less controversial, while Blue Sky promises decentralization, putting users in control.
The recent US election demonstrated just how much influencers shape public opinion. Both Republicans and Democrats tapped into their expertise to reach young voters.
Oh my God.
The influencers not only shared their political opinions, but also organized grassroots efforts. Some partnered with organizations to encourage voter turnout, while others used their platforms to debate key issues. Their reach extended far beyond political ads, with memes, videos, and viral posts making waves across social media platforms. Trump's win was, by extension, a win for big tech. He is expected to loosen regulation and be a friend to the sector. Under the Biden administration, tech bosses and the US government were often at loggerheads. Big bosses were hauled before the Senate with scrutiny over where data was shared and how to protect young users. Now, the industry is investing heavily into Trump's administration in the hope that support for Trump will give them a bump with more relaxed laws.
Why are tech giants pouring money into Trump's inaugural fund? Well, it's all about strategy. You see, Amazon, Meta, and OpenAI's Sam Altman each donated $1 million to Trump's fund. But why? Just a few years ago, Silicon Valley shunned Trump. Now they're all in. Trump has built bridges to tech, appearing on podcasts and tapping figures like Elon Musk as advisors. Even David Sacks was named AI and crypto czar. For tech companies, it's about access to power. They want influence on critical policies like AI and crypto. And for leaders like Altman, it's also about competing with Musk, who's both an ally of Trump and a rival in AI. This isn't just about politics, it's business.
It's also all smiles for crypto bros. During his campaign, Donald Trump promised to make the US the crypto capital of the world. His win has seen Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies surge to record highs. In another boost, Trump has named Paul Atkins as the new head of the SEC, a commissioner who favors relaxing crypto regulations. Earlier this month, Bitcoin broke through the $100,000 mark, bringing massive returns to early investors. In August, the UK was rocked by nationwide riots following a stabbing attack on a children's dance group. 3 kids were killed and 8 others injured in Southport near Liverpool.
A 17-year-old boy went inside a Taylor Swift dance event and stabbed 8 children, a number of which have sadly now passed away. But here's the thing, because police have not really released much about the attacker because he's still a minor. Apart from that, he was born in the UK and his parents moved here from Rwanda. And because of this, while thousands of people gathered in the town to mourn the tragedy, some became outraged and violence broke out.
Disinformation spread like wildfire online, with false claims blaming a Muslim immigrant for the attack. Within hours, platforms like X, Facebook, and TikTok became breeding grounds for fake narratives. Angry, mainly far-right protesters took to the streets with violent rage. Influencers such as Andrew Tate and far-right figure Tommy Robinson amplified the misleading claims, with posts demanding stricter border controls and targeting migrant communities. Viral disinformation included fabricated names like Ali al-Shakati, which originated from now-deleted posts and was even picked up by clickbait websites and Russia's state-controlled RT channel. Social media became the driving force behind organizing protests and violence. Online calls to action translated into real-world chaos. Mosques were attacked, shops looted, and clashes with police erupted in cities across England and Northern Ireland. Authorities later described it as one of the fastest-spreading social media campaigns in UK history. By September, over 1,280 arrests were made, with 800 individuals charged for their roles in the riots. It's a clear reminder, what you post online can have real-world consequences.
To large social media companies and those who run them. Violent disorder, clearly whipped up online, that is also a crime. It's happening on your premises, and the law must be upheld everywhere. That is the single most important duty of government. Service rests on security, and we will take all necessary action to keep our streets safe.
The dangers of social media, especially on youngsters, heightened in 2024. And that's why governments took steps to tackle them head-on. Australia became the first country in the world to ban social media for under 16s. The ban introduced the term age-restricted social media platforms that include TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, X, and Reddit. When the law comes into effect in 2025, these platforms will be liable for fines of up to $32 million if they fail to prevent children younger than 16 from holding accounts. Big companies must now develop age verification software. There's been growing concern about the mental health effects of social media on young people on issues surrounding body image, bullying, and other harmful content. Some experts are worried the ban may backfire. Already, it's sparked debate on whether these platforms are helping or hindering young people in Australia.
I honestly think that they shouldn't ban it. I think that they should just put restrictions on it instead of banning it altogether, because like teens, they're just gonna go behind their parents' backs, or the parents are just gonna be chill about it. They're gonna get onto it somehow.
I'll be annoyed. I'd like to keep using it. It'd be a weird feeling to not have it and be able to talk to all my friends at home. I'll find a way, and so will all my other friends.
And I think that if kids are interested in baking and just like creating things and like arts, for example, like there's lots of good art tutorials on there too. I think that like kids and teens should be able to explore those techniques. You can't learn all those things from books.
Young Australians have already found new and innovative ways to stay connected online. And guess where they found refuge? On social media. LinkedIn is not banned, so the platform traditionally used by professionals for networking and career building is getting a lot of younger users. It's become their go-to space to connect, engage, and share their day-to-day activities.
Wow, so honoured to be given the opportunity to play on the monkey bars with Julian and his friends. Just 3x'd my client base after Tegan brought her mum and dad to my lemonade stand. Feeling productive after a monster 2-hour session picking boogers. Feeling so humble and grateful, staring at the disabled man in the doctor's waiting room.
And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.